in the Netherlands. You just saw Black #1 from Type O Negative, one of several bands who have just been announced as the support slot on the forthcoming Sisters of Mercy European Tour. Now, we are going to be returning to the Aardschok Festival action very shortly, and in fact, we have an interview with Mike Tramp from Freak of Nature on the way. But as it's Big November on MTV and, of course, Headbangers Ball, we are bringing you the biggest names in hard rock and heavy metal. And right now, we're going to take time out to cross over to sunny Los Angeles to hook up with the mighty SLAYER. And they are talking to Headbangers Ball US presenter Ricky Rackman. Over to you, Ricky.
Hanging out with the guys from SLAYER, hanging out with Tom, and it's time to introduce the new drummer.
This is Paul Bostop. He's our new drummer.
And Paul, you've been playing with SLAYER for, officially, how long have you been a member of SLAYER?
Officially, about a year and a half.
And tell me about your prior band.
I used to jam in a band called Forbidden.
Which a lot of you probably might have heard of. Now, did you also, are you part of the recording of the new SLAYER record?
I mean, will I be on the record itself? Yeah.
Now, how long do you think it's going to be before we're going to hear some new SLAYER stuff?
Hopefully we'll have something finished and done by November.
Now, when we come back to the Headbangers Ball, BQ, I'm going to talk to these guys about the Judgment Night stuff, whether they like it or not. We're going to talk about this, and we're going to set this down and go eat this guy's food, eat animals' food. We would much rather be eating, sitting, drinking, talking to girls, but we're going to talk to you about SLAYER, and then we're going to eat, drink, and talk to girls. We'll be back with more Headbangers Ball.
mighty Slayer on video. And right now we are going to cross back over to Los Angeles to catch up with Slayer. They are, of course, talking to Headbangers Ball US presenter Ricky Rackman. He's finding out all their latest news. But rest assured, we will be back with more from the Aardschok Festival a little bit later on. Over to you, Ricky.
Welcome back to the Headbangers Ball, hanging out with a couple of the guys from Slayer. Now, it's going to be, how long do you think before we hear new Slayer?
Sometime in February, I hope.
Well, we will be
go as they're planned.
We will be able to hear something involving Slayer and Ice-T, and tell me a little bit about that.
It's a soundtrack for a movie called Judgment Night, and it was something that was brought to us, and we kind of like said, okay, maybe, and when we decided what we wanted to do.
Which is you did an exploited song, which oh, you did other songs that are on it?
It's a medley of 3 songs. It's a song called War, UK 82, which we conveniently changed to LA 92, and Disorder.
And it's very cool. It's very loud. It's really good.
Paul plays on that.
Yeah. Now tell me, was it all the whole band Slayer and Ice-T?
Yeah.
Was it pretty fun working with Ice-T?
It was.
He's obviously, I know that he's a big metal fan and he's a big Slayer fan.
He came in and he kicked ass. It was cool.
A speed metal duet.
Hatred can bring you down.
Conducted by producer Rick Rubin, brought Ice-T together with one of his favorite bands, Slayer.
I just got a call, and my manager just called me up. He says, yo, they want you to do a duo with some group. I'm like, what group? He says, a rock group. I said, I got a rock group. They're like, Slayer. I'm like, I'm there.
You know, we threw it together over like the past 2 weeks. It's all we've been doing. And the music came together really well. And, you know, I thought, if we're going to do it with anybody that's not in a heavy metal genre, Ice-T's the guy.
War!
I learned from the great Henry Rollins the skill of vocal pitch and depth of field with screams. It's not like normal singing. Ain't nothing nice about this.
The tune for the soundtrack is actually a medley of 3 songs by the 80s British punk act Exploited. Working out the music from Exploited's records was no problem, but intelligible lyrics were never a punk priority.
We sat there and tried to pick out what we, you know, was that with this? No. You know.
Like the UK?
Yeah, I think, what the hell was that?
That was UK 82.
Yeah. So we had to sit there, you know, you have to sit there and try to, like, you know, pick out things. And then, you know, once we had a basic idea, we figured, well, let's sort of, you know, I suggested, you know, let's rewrite some of this.
Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out! Don't give a...
The producers of Judgment Night are looking to coax other artists together in interesting combinations. Ice-T says he never intended to do a rock collaboration, but working with Slayer was no big stretch.
It wasn't like you were gonna have me do a collaboration with the Judds or somebody, you know, then I'd have been panicking, you know. But I'll be all right.
War! We don't need your war! War! We don't need your war!
There you go, that was Ricky Rackman.